welcome to the show. My name is Alex. I have an Instagram and YouTube Love Sugar Show, and I want to welcome you to the show. You're looking really crisp today. So,
Thank you very much. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to set everything and fix all the little things to go these 10 days in the United States, and
mhm.
then in case I will miss anything when I'm there, I never know. So you
Yeah,
want to be ready for every for every opportunity, for everything, So yeah,
for sure. You definitely want to make sure that everything is good to go.
yeah, sure.
So, the first question that I ask anyone that I ever interview is, how's everything going in your world? Not just musically, but also in your personal life as well.
What do you want to know? What it works or what it doesn't work?
Anything that you want to share with the listeners, as personal as or impersonal as you want to get. That's up to you.
So let's say that, I mean, thank you for the answer. It's for the question because actually it's something that usually the interviewers never ask. They ask you about the project, they ask you about the music, but not about your life. Um, First of all, we are humans. Some people see us like see the product, see the
Yeah.
project, see listen to your music, but sometimes they forget that we are humans as well. And then there are, problems. There are, sometimes you're worried for something. Uh, we have families. We have, like everyone else. So what we are trying to do is and what is used for the music is to escape from this and to
Hmm.
create our own space of tranquility, our own space of peace, of or even to express some emotions or to say something about our life that was never that was just lived and nobody said. And that's what is the music is at the end, because you make a song and then some people relate to the song somehow, to the lyrics, to the so it becomes it can become also a part of their life. So it's
Hmm.
sharing the experiences in music is actually something that help us, the artists, but also that the other people, the listeners, can relate and they can make these songs part of their own life. So it's good. I mean, if you listen the album of Vice Business Only, actually is everything is written in the songs, in the lyrics. So yeah.
Hmm. And is that what kind of music is for you? Is like you putting like your emotions and feelings into it? Is kind of like, I guess it's like a therapeutic thing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when the thing is that I think that I'm not the only one, that had this feeling about music. But
Hmm.
when you are a singer, you give, obviously with your voice, you give voice to all the people that are living the same situation,
Hmm.
but also you give a voice to yourself, because it's something that you have inside and you have to uh, extern
Hmm.
the feeling that you have inside. You have to let it out. So
Exactly.
it's correct it's correct saying that it's a sort of therapy, self therapy. It's totally correct. I can agree.
Well, it's awesome. So I do want to get into this album. I listened to it. I actually really loved it so much, so that's why I wanted to do this interview. So I have to ask, what's it like going from like metal to this type of music? Because it's very, well, it's very different. It's almost like electronic dance from metal.
Hmm. So you're referring about my career with Windrose, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm, you know, the first band that I had was actually an 80s band, AOR. You know, we were dreaming about leaving the United States one day. We were dreaming about, you know, living the dream of the 80s, of freedom, of, you know, all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff. So this is actually something that I grew with, you know, with
Mm-hmm.
this taste. My favorite songs, my favorite kind of music is 80s music. I was born in 89, but I grew up in the 90s. But in the 90s, the 80s music was, you know, still very common and strong, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so I grew up with 80s music. Is actually my favorite, you know, decade of music, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and for sure I wanted to give you know, something that I like, because not because I don't like Windrose. I love Windrose. It's my baby. You know, I
Yeah.
created it. We in 2009 we created together with Claudio and Federico Miranda. We, the guitar player and the keyboard player. We used to compose always us three, all the songs. We used to write everything, and we take care of our baby, of our creation, etc. But
Right.
uh, my dream was to make a big success with this kind of music. And actually, in the first band that I made, I was playing with Simone, my colleague. So
Mm-hmm.
me and Simone, we know each other since the kindergarten. So since, you
Oh
know,
wow.
we were kids, like 4 years old, not 4 a.m. Sorry, 4 a.m. is when I went to bed yesterday. So 4 years old. So it's more than 30 years that we know each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we always had this passion shared. And one day I watch him on Instagram, and he was making a live,
Mm-hmm.
uh, playing some electronic music. Okay, that
Yeah.
it was resembling something like 80s stuff, you know, vaporwave, or uh, something more heavy, something more vaporwave, you know, 80s stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, it was like more than probably 10 years that we were not playing together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I said, you know what? I mean, you have the capability to do these songs. I mean, the instrumental parts, even if they are not 100% correct, they are not
Mm-hmm.
hit, but I have some vision in this. Okay, I I see something. I see potential. So why don't we talk about it, and we try to make something together? And we met up after I was on tour with Windrose, and we met up right after the tour, and he made me listen all the songs that he had. It was like two or three
Oh,
songs
cool.
at that time, was like two or three songs. And one song, I choose one song and I say, this is very cool, we should work about it. So we rework the structure of the song, we rework everything, and then I add the vocal lines. But it's not a song that is on this album. So because
Oh no.
it was the first song of V.B.O. And actually with the new songs we went a little bit, we shifted a little bit away from what was the first song. So we choose to not put this song in the album, and this
Mm-hmm.
song is still called song one. So I mean, yeah. And from that time, it was like March or April 2023. From that time we worked like every week,
Mm-hmm.
once per week. and we arrive until now that we signed with RPM. We are completely satisfied about the product that we're going to release. So July will be a big proof for us, because it's something that we love. It's something that we are working on since 2023. So 3 years of
Yeah.
work, and for us, I mean, we are proud of it. No, so
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing how it kind of like came about. And I have to ask, since that song didn't make it into the album, do you think it'll release at some point, maybe on like another album or like an EP or something like that?
I think that every song is like a piece of a puzzle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And is not arrived yet the moment that needs to be released. It's not arrived yet the moment that we need that specific piece of the puzzle. But if we'll, I mean, if that moment will come in the future, why not? I mean, probably we just have to rework the song a little bit to make it more like the other song of a future album, for example, and then we have another song ready. Why not? I mean, it's something that we would like to do, but it
Yeah.
was actually too different. It was giving different vibes, than the other songs of the album. So we choose to not release it. But in the future, why not? If we find the right moment and the right state of mind and the right how can I say, inspiration, and that
Mm-hmm.
song is the piece that we're missing, it's okay. It will be included in the next ones.
Well, awesome. So, for anyone who hasn't heard, like, I know a lot of people probably know you from Windrose. How would you describe this project and this album to someone who hasn't listened to it?
I think that this project is very ambitious. It's a project that, as you said, is not 100% metal. It's not 100% pop. It's not 100% electronic, but still has electronic stuff, electronic elements. It has rock and metal elements, and so we blend everything together in order to make a product that reflecting what we like and not what is required, what is requested by the market, and also we think that with this project we can extend also, um, we can find new ways
Mm-hmm.
to release. We can to you we can find new channels to improve the audience. We can find we can meet new people, so have new contacts. We
Mm-hmm.
can reach new levels, and this is all about, because we are musicians. Yes, we do it for passion, and because we cannot do anything else. I mean, the music is our life, so we have to do it 100% with the heart. But when you arrive at some point, you are also a businessman. So
Mm-hmm.
as a businessman, my goal is to increase the level always. I don't want to give for granted what I have,
Yeah.
and like, okay, I reached this point, I'm happy. No, because if I arrive here now, is because I was never happy about where I was.
Yeah.
Always, I was always setting you know the limit higher and higher, and that's what I want to do in the future. Always with Windrose, with Vice Business Only, with everything I will do.
Yeah. So you always want to like try to do the best you can and top it up. Like it's never
E-
good enough. Like you want to keep going and going.
Exactly. I want to be every day the best version of me as a man, but also as a musician. because otherwise, if you miss one of the two, you are not
Mm-hmm.
going to be happy. If you are a good musician and you give everything to music, but you are not the best version of yourself in your private life, you are going to be sad. Even if you are surrounded by a million people, you are going to feel alone. You're going to feel lost, you know. And
Yeah.
I know about this because, I always suffered about this. But we are trying to improve everything, and also we are trying to improve uh, our business, but also to set the limit always higher in order to give us the motivation to move our asses and get everything that we want.
Yeah. Definitely need to hustle for sure. So, in this album, are there any elements that you took from Windrose to incorporate into this album or any ideas?
Not from Windows. Probably I implemented something in Windows from this project. I mean, not this project, but from my way to be,
Yeah.
because this is one phase of myself. If I can talk especially about the lyrics,
Yeah.
about the vocal lines, is one phase of myself. And then with Windows, I express with other words, but the same feelings. Even with Windows, I'm talking about, for example, in a song, I talk about depression. In
Mm.
another song, I can be more motivated and talk about, a battle or, soldiers, armies, etc. But uh, these elements can be also with a different meaning. People see the lyrics and listen to the music and they think it's epic music, but maybe I'm talking about something that you are fighting inside yourself or
Yeah.
something that you are facing every day. So I'm just changing the words, but it's still me in this project and all the other projects that I will do. I will never do something that is not reflecting who I am, because it's important to do it in order to be real. Uh, what I don't want to be in my life for sure is to be fake. You
For
know,
sure. Definitely don't want that.
yeah. But some people, I mean, for some people to be fake is not something bad. It's something that it's like they hide
Mm-hmm.
in they hide behind the social media. They hide behind any status that they can have. So to hide what they really think, to hide what they really are. And what
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do is to be fake. If I want to be exaggerated in vice business only, if I want to be fancy, if I want to be, is because I am also like this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, why not? I mean, it's cool, you
Yeah,
know.
that's awesome.
As long as you respect everyone and you don't disrespect someone, yeah, I think that is cool.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I noticed when I was listening to the album is it had a very big vibe to it. Like I almost felt like I was like transported to like a different place, like almost like where there's a bunch of lights and almost like a city. Was that like the intention behind the album to kind of take you into a different place?
You mean between songs, or you saw this changing, or it's like a sort of vision that was, I mean, it was, I mean, what do you mean? Is
So
about
like
the songs, made you relive something, some images like this, or I mean, what do you really, what you think?
yeah, so like when you're reading a book, you can see the place, you can see the people, but when I listen to the album, I see the place, I see the people, I see the vibe. Was that the intention to create that?
For sure it was. I mean, every song is different. Every song, um, as they, you know, it was intentionally made to uh, to make you relieve something, you know, to make you relieve an emotion, a feeling, a moment of your life. So most of the songs are about love, but in a bad way, let's say, because usually,
Yeah.
yeah, usually you make songs about love, but good love.
Yeah.
In this album, I think that one of the keys of this album is bad love, you know, toxic
Hmm.
love, or you know, because in life there is a lot of stuff like this that we have to care about it, and I think it's also a great um, it's a great topic, you know, to talk about in songs,
Yeah.
uh, because you know what, I mean, I'm not super famous. I'm not like a rock star, like, you know, I'm not uh, a god of metal, but when you reach some fame, you know,
Hmm.
the people start to the interactions between me and the new people that I meet in my life is different, because
Yeah.
I I don't know them, but they know who I am. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So when they know who you are, it's not a natural way to meet someone, especially for relationships. So
Hmm.
if I'm in a relationship with someone that know that I'm the singer of this band or the other band, and I'm famous and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
it's not real, and you can end up in toxic relationships when someone is obsessed about you, or when someone care about you just because you are that person, just because you do that job, just because blah blah blah, a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
So uh, what I describe is nothing but the also the difficulties that there are behind uh, someone that, I mean, relationships that should be
Hmm.
the most natural thing, like uh, I mean, me with a woman should be natural, but actually is an artifact, is something that is fake most
Yeah.
of the. So actually, what I like is the interaction with people that they don't know who I am, and I don't say it. I mean, I don't care. I'm not like, I'm Francesco. I'm a singer. I'm you know, no. I mean, when they discover it, they are like, oh wow, but you are, oh, you have a band. I have band too. Yes, show me. And they see. They show me their projects, their music, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I don't say anything, but then suddenly they discover that we are big, you know,
Yeah.
and it change. It can change, or probably can also not change, you know. But
Yeah.
this brings you in difficult situations when we talk about love.
Yeah. So you were able to kind of like express that in this album.
For sure, there is two or three songs that are for sure about that. Lovers on the Run, for example, one, I mean, the most iconic. Lovers on the Run. Why on the run? Because there are two lovers, so two persons in love, but
Hmm.
they are on the run. They are escaping. I mean, they are running away from what? From the end of the relationship that is already there. What was
Yeah.
beautiful at the beginning become uh, becomes bad. What it was, like very good to see becomes very ugly and very problematic and very messy.
Yeah.
And so that song is for sure the reflection of something that I lived, then
Mhm.
surrendered, for sure. Another song about a love that uh, finished.
Yeah.
um, there are many songs, and also I mean, not everything is about myself, but also some songs. For example, Fire is more like a mix between evoking some images of the city, of the lights, of a certain environment,
Yeah.
but also you put something personal, no, in it. So for me, one phrase can mean something, for another person can mean something else. I mean, this is a personal interpretation about it. So
Well, that's awesome. I do have one last question here for you. For anyone who's interested in listening to the album, what would you like to say to them? Or I guess anyone who are fans of Windrose who might be interested in checking out this album?
I want to say, first of all, that I'm not living Windrose, so don't worry about that. Okay? Because a lot of people is like, oh, so you live Windrose, or so you stop with Windrose. I mean, why should I stop? It's my baby. But I want to tell you that this project, Vice Business Only, is an ambitious project, and for the first time, because for Windrose we didn't know that we were arriving here. Okay, so we built it day by day, in the years. It's like
Mhm.
6 years that we're playing together. With V.B.O, we already have everything set. We just want to share our music and our vibes with the people. So if you like Windrose, and or you don't like Windrose, just check out Vice Business Only, V.B.O, because first of all, it's different music, so it's good to hear something different. Second, you can see a Francesco that you never saw before, because it's something very different from what I was doing until now in my career. And also, it's something that I really love. And if you give it a chance, um, beside the fact that you like or you don't like, I want to say thank you, because uh, every person that stop and listen to your album in 2026, in these times, the modern times, when everything is super fast and we don't have time for anything, if you
Mhm.
take time to listen to my album, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it's a very big proof of loyalty, of friendship with someone. And also I hope to see you guys if we make a tour with V.B.O in front of the stage. So I'm waiting you all.
Well, awesome. I have to say, for anyone who's watching this interview, you do have to wait until July 24th when the album hits for Vice Business Only through Reigning Phoenix Records or Music. And I love Windrose. I've been a longtime fan of Windrose, but I also really love this album. It's just so different, and it's awesome to see like a different side of you. So definitely a fan of both bands, and if you don't check it out, you're definitely going to be missing out. So I would recommend checking it out. All the links are below, so it makes it really easy for you guys to check it out.